G'day guys, what's going on? Chris Mack, back at it again. Just finished work for the day. I'm away into the city. Gonna go bust a few moves. Let's see, is traffic coming through this way? No, I'm clear. Hell yeah. Oh. I'm like just a couple seconds late. There's so many cars out now. Oh. Yeah, so I'm heading into the city anyway. I do a fair bit of breakdancing. Been doing it for probably a bit over a year now. Just trying to get better, I guess. Sort of just do it for fun here and there. Don't enter into any competitions or anything like that, at least not yet. Just like chilling out with mates, listen to some beats, busting a few moves. Good fun. Generally do that on a Tuesday and or Wednesday. Haven't been in a Tuesday session in quite a while, being caught up with my study and having to focus on that a fair bit lately. But yeah, thought today might as well go in. Haven't been for a while. Quite enjoy it. It's good fun. It's good fun. Highly recommended. Did a few different styles of dance when I first started. Started out doing hip hop predominantly. Oh, I think oh, hold on. That looks like rain. Yep, that's rain, isn't it? I'm about to go into rain. Gosh darn it. I was hoping I'd avoid this on my way in, but it doesn't look like I can. Oh well. Win some, you lose some. At least it's not too far from the highway, and then once I get on the highway and I'm able to properly tuck down and go at a decent, constant pace, stay nice and dry. That's one thing that is awesome about full fairing motorbikes. I'm not sure whether it's the same on nakeds. I presume it would be similar, but probably just not quite to the extent that how much full fairing motorbikes really shed the rain off the side. They sort of make like a little cocoon around you. You don't have to be going fast at all, and you just tuck down like this. Keep your legs tucked in. It's perfect. Hardly get any water on you whatsoever. So you have to slow down and stand up a bit more for traffic. Ugh, yuck. I'm gonna jump up here. God damn it. The one negative of motorbikes. Having to ride in this. I've been contemplating getting a waterproof suit, but I just haven't had the time as of late to get around to finding one that I like. And I just don't know where I'd keep it. Like, I mean, I carry a bag with me sometimes, but more often than not, I don't have anything to really put it in. I mean, underneath my seat doesn't really have that much space. On the 250 I could probably squeeze it in there, but when I'm out on my R6 it's like not a chance. There's just no room whatsoever. Hopefully this rain isn't all the way into the city. I mean, it's not dripping here, but up ahead does not look promising at all. I do wish motorbikes, sports bikes had more traction in the wet. Something that I'd be able to like hook into corners and not really have to worry about. Another yellow. I'm getting all the horrible lights. I'm just glad it's not raining heavy. At least not at the moment. I'm really intrigued now as to what my goddamn tires are. Michelin what? think they're sports. I want to say they're Sports Smart, but I can't remember. Ah, it's gonna bug me until I get off my bike and actually take a look. Oh well. It happens. This weather though. Come on. Bah. All throughout the day while I was at work, weather crystal clear, mint riding conditions. As soon as 4:30 rolls around and it's time to head off, heavens decide to just open up and it's like, oh, so you're finished now. Let's just dump this on you. It's like, why thank you. It's just what I've always wanted. Oh, staying nice and tucked, and I'm fairly out of the water, I guess. I'm gonna be soaked when I get into the city. Luckily I have a spare change of clothes. I get the feeling this may have been why my mate messaged me before I left and was like, hey, are you coming into the city? And I was like, yeah, I think so. He probably knew this was coming, and generally if this comes I would more often than not just decide to head home. Oh well. I'm almost there now. Can't get much worse. I'm almost onto the highway too, which once I get onto there it'll be sort of pretty cruisy. I just get to sit in a straight line, tucked down in my little cocoon. I've got one of those Icon? No, they're not Icon. No drag bags. What brand are they? I'll do a review on it another day as well. Same with all my gear and my bikes. But it's good because it keeps most of my back waterproof. Considering this jacket's a perforated leather, the water eventually comes through it, and if it's on my back when I'm hunched over, it would just soak straight through, whereas having the backpack on keeps it nice and keeps the water out. Does an okay job of it. Oh, look, track. Such a weird bike. I get the feeling it would just defeat the purpose of having a bike. The enjoyment of it. Being able to turn in so sharply and have the bike fully lean in on you. It's such a good feeling. Such a good feeling. I'd love to learn how to drift my bike. I mean, I can get the back wheel to step out a bit. And just stepped out then as I was taking off. Speak of the devil. Yeah, I'd love to learn to two-wheel drift my bike, but I don't know, that might come one day. I've back wheel stepped out on me a few times, and I've had the front wheel power slide on me on this bike. No, not power slide. What would it, I guess it's sort of a drift. Maybe, yeah, because it wasn't a skid, I wasn't braking. But yeah. So I've had the front wheel drift out on me once, and almost low-sided it. Oh. Come on! Nice and tucked, staying out of this weather. I'd love for this car to go past so I can just follow him. The faster you go, the less water that actually hits you, because of the nice air bubble that gets created. The only downside is that if I have to hop off or stop suddenly, the bike's definitely not going to like that. Oh. I'm sort of intrigued and a little bit worried because I got this new case, and in order to have the mic running, I drilled a nice hole into the side of it so I could connect the cable. I presume that when I'm going at speeds like this, that the water sort of would just fall around it and not get pushed in. But I don't know. It would be a bit of a shame if my GoPro fails on me just because of a simple error like that. I think I may design and get like an O-ring or something that I can put around it in order to keep the water at bay instead of water hitting like the flat surface that there is and then pushing in. But I guess there's the metal that actually goes into the mini USB port, so hopefully that would keep the water out as well. I'll probably show you that as well in due time, how I've mounted my GoPro, and I've been playing around with it the last couple of days, figuring out how I want to have it mounted and how I'm going to have the mic system running. I think I definitely need to change how I've got the mic mounted at the moment, because it sits, as I said this morning, it's sitting right in front of my mouth, and although it sounded pretty good, I took a quick check over the videos when I was at work, and the sound quality is alright, but I don't know, it's just not pleasant for me having this foam thing right up against my lips. It's a little bit awkward. I don't know, there's just not a lot of room in the helmet to mount it. I think I might need to get a more streamlined mic or sort out putting it on the sides. I don't know. I'll figure something out anyway. For now, it's doing the job. I've got it's like a stretchy panel on the inside of my arm, so that the leather isn't too restrictive, but the water then goes straight through that, as you can imagine. Oh, it's really getting heavy now. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. Should have driven my car today. Honestly, just was not expecting it at all. I mean, it's bad, but it's not horrible. I'm almost there. I can see the outline of the buildings now in front of me. As long as I don't get stuck in too much bumper-to-bumper traffic on my way in, I should be right. My shoes are fairly dry. I mean, it's a good thing that I've got quite a while before my class starts, so it gives me time to dry off, get changed. And the biggest benefit is that class is at 8:15, finished about 8:45, so I've got plenty of time to hopefully let this storm cell float on through. At least that's the plan anyway. Whether that happens or not, we'll soon find out. I could be riding home in this horrible weather. Yeah, this is where it all slows off a bit more. Cars coming on here from West End, this Woolloongabba area. Got a nice bit of traffic just here. Oh, I can feel all that water down my arms. Yucky. Hee-hee! Upside of having a motorbike! Get to do that! Yes, bridges, I get to go under them and stay out of the weather. Anyway, I might end this little snippet here. Just made my, and my phone is ringing. Just made my way into the city, about to go and dance, bust a move, show my sexy groove. And I'll talk to you guys after that and just know how it went. See if I died. Peace. What's going on, guys? Just finished breaking for tonight. Been out, got some nice ramen. One of my favorite dishes by far. I love my ramen. Unfortunately, I got a bit of gum in my mouth, so hopefully it doesn't dry up like previous. I tried vlogging while having a piece of gum in my mouth before, and it went really weird. I may just have to swallow it. Anyway, heading out now, nice and tired. Night of practicing my windmills and backspins and all that kind of jazz. Ugh. Bit of roadworks going on here. Let's see whether I should just jump out past them there. They're all sort of stopped up. Right for me to go down there? I don't think he's paying attention to me. I think I'm just gonna... There we go. Cheers, buddy. See if I can give him a little wave. So yeah, just coming out of the city now. Been at break for the night. It's good fun. I really enjoy it. I've been doing it for, I think I mentioned it earlier, about a year. I know. I'm sort of in and out of moods when I get into a phase where I'm all amped up to go every night. I love smashing sets, battling people and whatnot. And then I'll get to a phase where I'm just like, I'm happy to stay at home and chill out for a bit. Sort of just getting back into it. I definitely need to go to a Tuesday session again where it's just a straight jam session as opposed to actually classes. I mean, I love the classes. They're great for learning new moves. But the jam is just, you sort of get to practice them over and over again in your own time. You're not limited to just an hour. I'm in the process of trying to learn windmills. It's been a bit of a battle of mine for the last couple of months. I can get my first rotation quite fine. And for those of you who aren't aware, a windmill is, well, you can start from standing up or on your knees and you sweep your legs through in front of you, roll onto your back, and then sort of as they come past the front, you roll back onto your hands again into what's called a stab, and then you keep that motion going. It's a fairly popular braking move. The majority of breakers that people would see out there can do it. But yeah, just something seems to be stuffing up with my technique where I can get the spin perfectly fine, but I just can't get the momentum right to do the second one. I have the strength and I know the technique in order to throw my legs around, but my hands just don't return to the correct position. I'm not sure what it is. I think I just need to practice it. Just practice it over and over again and I'll eventually get it. But anyway, so tonight I asked my teacher whether he could go over windmills again for me. That's one of the downsides to the class that I do, is that it's a open class. So basically all skill group is welcome, and we get a lot of new people coming in week after week just wanting to try it out. They may stay for a week or two before leaving or come back every now and again. There's not a lot of people who are committed to braking and sort of stay there a fair bit. I really want to go around this corner fast, but I know it's nice and slippery, so I guess I probably shouldn't. Play it safe. Yeah, if you go and start teaching power moves and people are in the class who have never been to brake before, they generally won't come back. They'll just be like, well, this isn't practical. I'm not going to learn any of this anytime soon. And don't come back. And being run as a business, it's not the smartest idea for my teacher to go ahead and do that. I really want to learn my transitions from standing up. Those two corners there are awesome in the dry. Not going to haul around them in the wet though. Same with this roundabout up ahead here that you'll see that I can generally drag a knee around. I mean, I wouldn't do it in these shorts, just dance pants, I guess you could say. They're sort of like tracky dacks, just a little bit skinnier, slimmer fitting, so I don't have a sort of baggy crotch area. Just nice flexibility and rolling around on the floor so you're not getting floor burn. That's one thing I've had lately when I've been practicing my windmills a fair bit. I mean, I had a last month or maybe in the month. I had about a month and a half off from braking quite recently. A couple weeks ago, I was off for a fair bit. Just needed to focus on my study and whatnot, and just wasn't feeling it 100%. Anyway, so before that, I'd sort of just started to get the hang of doing one windmill, and it came back 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, and decided that I'm exactly where I left off, and went to chuck a couple windmills. It was all going well, and then my instructor decided to give us a few pointers, and I tried a couple techniques that he was saying, and ended up taking all the skin off of my left shoulder, as that's sort of the one that I spin on. Just skin had gotten nice and weak, wasn't all calloused over like it normally is. Oop, a couple bumps back there. And yeah, just decided to take all the skin off. It was real nice. Loved it. Loved every bit of it. The only downside is me, my good mate, who you'll definitely see in the future as I do quite a lot of adventuring with him. Used to ride downhill with him, and that's where I actually met him. And I've been trying to convince him to get a motorbike. I don't think he will. He thinks that they're too dangerous, which is understandable. I mean, every time I jump on the bike, I'm always thinking, always need to be on my toes, ready for some idiot knobhead to pull out of their driveway or slam the brakes in front of me, not see where I am when merging lanes, and take me out. It's something that you just are becoming aware with, becoming tuned with, is paying attention to where the other cars are on the road. I mean, I'm constantly check my rearview mirrors, see what's behind me. It's one good thing is riding at night time anyway, you get to see the lights of the cars. See, for instance, this guy here pulling out across the road. I mean, he had enough time, but there would definitely be a time to come. I'm hopefully going to get on film where somebody will pull out who is behind him. Somebody pull out, that's what she said. Somebody will pull out from behind him and I'll need to slow off. In reality, I wouldn't want it to happen at all. I'd prefer not to have to avoid obstacles and idiots on the road like that. But I'd be ignorant to think that that's never going to happen. Yeah, so me and my mate, my good mate, and my instructor, sometimes his girlfriend if she's with us, a couple other guys we get along with. We must be the car back there. Someone didn't sound nice. We'll go and get ramen afterwards, and then as you could have seen when I left the city, it was about, I think it was about 20 past 9, 10 past 9, something like that probably. Anyway, late enough, then I have to get home and basically dive straight into bed for work the next day. That's sort of the reason why I took a little bit of a break from breakdancing. Was that I just needed that extra time in order to focus on my studies, especially considering they've yeah, it's a topic for another day, but had a couple changes go through with the courses that I was studying and pull me back a fair way, but I'll go into that another day. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed, and I mean, I've enjoyed being able to have good chats while riding. It's interesting, to say the least. It's quite nice. So I'm on my way home anyway. I'll get in touch with you guys probably in a week or so. We'll find out as to how much footage I get together and want to edit. I may potentially like get all the footage from the week and then just cut and paste all of the more exciting bits, the topics that I want to keep in or topics that I want to discuss later. But anyway, if you guys have enjoyed this, hit the like button. Lets me know whether this is something to keep doing or not. And if you're interested in seeing more footage, then hit subscribe. Subscribe for more. Peace out. Oh, check out this fog. Ooh. Ghosts are out. Wow, this fog is so dense. This is unreal. You can see my headlight beaming off. And wow, my visor is even fogging up. I've got a double layer visor and it's even fogging up. That's crazy. Oh, watch out. Local bikie gang member coming along his home road. Hide your kids, hide your wives. I'm coming for you. Terrorizing the neighborhood on my CBR 250. Watch out.